So the recording is started. Welcome to the DACH OpenExO Community Mittwoch on this 18th of August 2021. Great you're all here. So today the topic is about the OpenExO community in itself, but also the EXO economy and how the EXO economy is organized or will be organized around the EXOS token. And we'll have more an introduction from a user perspective than a theoretical introduction, but we'll cover that one by really looking at the introductions on the respective web pages. So whenever there is a question from your side or any additions, then please step in and well, be vocal. So the agenda for today here in German, there's 4 topics. There's on one hand the introduction to the OpenExO community. The second part will be the introduction to the EXO economy. Then we'll talk about the EXOS token and its application and how to use it. And the end will be an introduction into the EXOS core wallet. I've prepared another laptop of mine to give an introduction on my core wallet. If that should not be working due to connectivity issues, then we have also slides with screenshots in this presentation. Introduction to the OpenExO community. The OpenExO community, as most of you know, is a global community in the meantime consisting of more than 8,100 people, like thought leaders, innovation coaches, startup founders, technology experts spread across 133 countries. And in the DACH region, just going to move the gallery part here. In the DACH region, we have a total of roughly 270 people as members of the OpenExO community, spread across Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, where D, A, C, and H are the acronyms for the nations Deutschland, Austria, and Confederatio Helvetica. And you can see the distribution between the members in total on the right-hand side. So about 185 in Germany, about 20 in Austria, 17 in Switzerland. And there's also EXO Foundations certified people, which is the basic competency around what EXOS, exponential organizations, are about. And on the other hand, there's additional certifications that people can also acquire through the OpenExO community, which are around EXO consulting, EXO sprint coach trainers, and also we have 9 ambassadors in the region. So what I suggest is there's one hint. There's a DACH OpenExO community group on LinkedIn, which can be found under the link mentioned below. And whoever wants to become a member of that DACH OpenExO community group in LinkedIn can basically apply or write me an email on the email address that I spread with the invitation. Looking at the, just need to switch here. Looking at the OpenExO community as a, I'm going to enlarge this one, sorry for that. Yeah, so you should be able to see the homepage, the website of the OpenExO community. That is the entry page. It has been changed quite a bit since the last time. So you will find here an introduction about the OpenExO community, whose massive transformative purpose is to transform the world for a better future. And there is, of course, this homepage. There's a potential to join the community, which you'll find here. And you can just simply click here and then basically register via this startup. It just gives you access basically to a lot of resources on exponential organizations, and also give you some access to the certification part. The certification part in itself, and I'm calling this one quickly, is to give a certain quality of background to people who are consulting or coaching people on the backgrounds of exponential organizations and all the methodology which is around it. The OpenExO methodology was first published by Salim Ismail and others in a book 2014, which is called Exponential Organizations. And basically what you can do through this page here is you can go to the certifications page, and there's a number of certifications that you can obtain. The very original or basic one is the EXO Foundations. It's just a learning course about 4 hours long that you can start for free and watch videos. Then there's an EXO Consultant certification, which gives a deeper insight and introduction into the methodology and enables you basically to handle topics around exponential organizations with your customers. Then there is a sort of recipe on how to provide bigger corporations, but also startups with an approach that will generate innovative ideas or even disruptive ideas in a 10-week process, which is called the EXO Sprint. As an EXO Sprint coach, you basically will be enabled and certified in the end to perform such EXO sprints with your customers or your clients. And the approach here, as with the consulting page, is not only to learn theory, but also really apply the methods and all the tools that are a part of this approach around exponential organizations or exponential sprints. The other certification that is obtainable is a workshop trainer, which is being certified to introduce people in either a public format or in a tailored format for specific clients around the introduction, deeper introduction into the exponential organization model, but also into all the approaches that can be done. Also here, it's not theory alone, it's basically applying the methodology and the tools around specific use cases that are addressed during those workshops. That is basically the introduction into the community and the certifications part. Then what you will find in the community is basically a look into connecting to 8,100 people. If you become a community member, and I just want to check you. I'm going to show to you later on when I log in with my account and show you what it's about. Then there is obviously an events part on this community, and the next big event to come is the 2021 EXO World Festival, which is going to run from 26th to 30th October. That's a Wednesday through a Saturday, as we see it. And here you will also find other events that are organized by OpenExO community members, like our event today, which is the OpenExO Community Mittwoch, happening every third Wednesday in a month, addressing different topics from, on one hand, the core team of the OpenExO Community, but also addressing topics that members want to present or want to talk about. Here, the agenda is very open, and we can tailor it to whatever the needs are that the community members envision. And you will find other events here, like tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, an event with Simon Knopp, who is also an EXO ambassador from Austria. The other part that you will find here is media, and that is basically resources about like books that you can find, and you can get a copy of that one. You can get the Exponential Transformation Handbook, which is also available in a short version summary as a German translation. It's like a 50-pager PDF, but it's worthwhile definitely reading if you're interested in it. And then there is video topics that are based in this page that you can call up and look and watch, as a comprise video recordings from Salim Ismail, Peter Diamandis, both foundation members of the Singularity University located in Silicon Valley. There's also sort of a new part, which is EXO Insight, with snippets and thoughts, sort of a blog from from industry specialists around exponential organizations. There's latest news on this one, and you can even become an EXO Insight author and share your thoughts with the overall community. Here basically we'll find also a translation of the Exponential Transformation Handbook, which is a recipe for innovation and disruption ideas, also in German and different other languages. This is about the media. Then there is a solutions part that you will find on the OpenExO Community page. And you will basically find approaches for large companies, small, medium companies, non-profit organizations, and governments. Yeah, where there is also some use cases behind these solutions. There is an EXO Works approach, company that serves large corporations, and they have already done projects, for example, for Interprotección, which is a Mexico-based insurance company, for the Dubai water supply corporations. And you will find testimonials what the EXO approach has also already done good for companies, for big companies, small, medium companies, but also non-profits and government organizations, like in Miami or in Thailand. In terms of the insight piece, we talked about the EXO Insight, which is the logo that we'll find here. This is basically some articles authored by community members or by members of the Singularity University. And you will find, as a jumping back, we'll find the next piece on the economy. And that is what we're now moving into. The EXO Economy is sort of a development step of the OpenExO community, which is targeting to help transform the world economy for a better future by leveraging things like an EXO token. For the time being, I would like to stop here for once and just ask whether there's like further questions or additions that you want to make from your side, Michael or Edmund or Dietmar.
I think you did an awesome job of presenting that, so nothing to add from my side, except for the fact that we would like to have also the EXO world being established in the DACH community, so we can actually create some form of economy behind it, and also are able to lock in the members, you know, through membership fees and other things using the EXO token.
Exactly, that is now the next step that we want to move to. So the introduction to the EXO community is definitely to the EXO Economy. The next step that we're going to take. So you will find this EXO Economy web page. You can jump into it from the OpenExO Community website. Also here you will find again live events around this EXO Economy piece. Sorry. So there's a regular state of the economy. A town hall meeting talking about the development of the EXO Economy. And you will also find like the homepage where you'll get to this part, and we'll also find what the economy is about. You will find tools in here, and I'm going to go through these individual parts. And there's obviously a news page around what's happening in the EXO Economy context. There's again a contact. And also, if you have questions regarding any parts on the EXO Economy, and FAQs that will help also to move into or become part and participate and to benefit from this type of economy. So I'm going to go back to the homepage, and what you'll find here is basically two entry points. One is learn more. The other part is getting your wallet. We're going to move to the learn more part first. There's one thing around the FAQs that you'll find. There have been developments on the EXO Economy since, I believe, 2016-17, when this token was first created. And it It's based on the idea that a community that has been built like the OpenExO community should have some form of appreciation or incentivation for the community members and the work they are doing sort of as a non-paid work, but for the benefit of the community or even the outside world. And here you get a lot of answers on what is sort of tokens. I would like to sort of simplify a little bit and just say the EXOS token is the form of appreciation and of exchange of value within the OpenExO community. So instead of using dollars or any hard currency, the EXOS token is also a method that you can exchange for any services within the OpenExO community. And at this stage, I would like to briefly move into the login for the OpenExO community, because that will show what is the actual opportunities that are available in the OpenExO community. Just going to log in with my credentials, obviously hiding the password. And as a member, especially as a certified member in the consulting space, you have the opportunity to join and take advantage of the so-called marketplace. And what you'll find in the marketplace is opportunities that are offered by community members. So in this case, somebody is looking for an OpenExO live interview. I think that's basically Kevin Allen, the community chief community officer, looking for interview partners for the live streams that are happening every week on LinkedIn. But there's others, for example, looking for advisors for Siemens Energy. Here you will find there's a payment in $500. On the other hand, you will find here down in the advisor part, business service startup in Korea, there is a payment in $100, but also 200 EXOS. And on the next part, you would find there's somebody seeking, I'm going to open it briefly, seeking augmented mobility vendors for EXO trade and public engagement roadshows. And that is fully paid, for example, in EXOS. Paid in quotation marks because like the EXO is not yet a tradable EXO or a crypto token outside the EXO community, but it's exchanging values for services within the community itself. So that is the advantage that you can take. And there's also opportunities beyond the marketplace. There's also events that that you can join, and the event can be paid by EXOS. So if you've seen on the original OpenExO homepage, I'm going to briefly move there once more. I'm just going to go there. Then we'll find those events. And also for the next EXO World Festival, there will be tickets available that can be valued by EXOS tokens. And that's the opportunity that the participants of this meeting will have. Every participants who, or everyone out of the first 20 participants in this meeting will be entitled to receive 100 EXOS for their registration, for their early registration, as soon as they open an EXO Core wallet. And that's what we're going to talk about in a couple of minutes. So that is sort of the value that you can get in exchange for EXOS, and that is a part of the EXO economy that's being created. In the EXO economy itself, you will find also, need to check it out. You will find also partners that are already joining the EXO economy, and they are also offering part of their services in exchange for EXOS. So we'll find certain consulting companies, and you will find also a recent health device company named Wellways, who are also providing their products and services in exchange for EXOS. Any questions so far or additions?
Will you also shortly mention the future plan to actually list the EXO token or attach it to? Okay.
Yeah, that's part of the overall presentation. What the EXO token is about, I mentioned it's a type of value exchange token for services within the community that's driven by values. It's about sort of demonetizing some of the approaches that we have. So technology becoming cheaper and moving towards no or low cost development. Money is increasingly removed from the equation and is moving more into decentralized finance. The idea is that also the EXO token is a type of reward and recognition in that case. And also there is democratizing access. So the community spreads around 133 countries, and the EXO token is sort of an internal means of exchange for services, whether they come from Asia, from Europe, from North, South America, from wherever they come, and they sort of can be rewarded by one unique token, and it's not about exchanging currencies. And this EXO economy is looking to emerge into a decentralized autonomous organization. And as Michael Friebe mentioned, we also target in the DACH OpenExO community to use the EXO token as a means for exchanging values, also for incentivizing and rewarding efforts that are taken to drive the overall community towards a better future. And decentralization, definitely, this is nothing which is maintained, administered centrally by any OpenExO headquarters, but this is something that can be used within the OpenExO community wherever that community exists and wherever that community provides services in itself. So there's one point I would like to mention. There is a description, it's like a six-page PDF document, which describes what are the backgrounds to the EXO economy. It's available in version 3.0. It's authored by Kent Langley, the Chief Science Officer of OpenExO, Salim Ismail, the co-founder and chairman of OpenExO, and Michael Monnet, the co-founder of Fluid Chains. And here you will find all the background information for the EXO economy and also the EXO token. So what is it about? What are the ethics, legal and regulatory compliance? What is the current ecosystem and movement? What is the strategic partners? The OpenExO partner program is mentioned. And also here you find the value capture, the OpenExO business model, and everything else, which talks a bit about technology. Obviously, this part is giving a technological background around blockchain and how the overall EXOS token was created, plus the further development that is foreseen using the EXOS and the current token economics of a native digital asset of the EXO economy as a work or an access token or store of value. So it's an interesting reading, and it also makes clear that there is a certain path ahead. On one hand, in terms of a decentralized autonomous organization, but also there's plans to make this EXO token indeed exchangeable. And the background to this one is to create a liquidity pool within the OpenExO community, and then be able to trade it for like regular currency, if you will. So that is, I think, one pretty interesting and important part if you want to get more information on the EXO economy and on the EXO token. There's also opportunities if you want to get in contact with other EXO economy community members. There's a Discord channel that you can join, and you can exchange on cryptocurrencies if you're interested in that one. Obviously, the true value you can get out of that token if you join the OpenExO community and participate in the services and also request services that you need for such EXO tokens. There's some more background information, what the success stories are that have been achieved already. And as I mentioned, the partners that are part of the EXO economy in the first place. So far for the background to the EXO economy, I guess there's would be lots more to tell, and there would be obviously much more of a presentation possible, but I think it's in the first place a good start to just get an overview on where you find the information and what the basic idea behind it is. Just going to stop for a minute and just see whether there's any questions, remarks, additions that you might have.
Thanks a lot, Oliver, for the presentation. I think well done. What come to my mind is I already got a wallet even in the year 2018, I think, with starting with marketing for the book, Financial Transformation. Then it changed in 2020 after into another wallet after facilitating. I got some EXOS after facilitating sessions in the EXO world, and so I'm not really familiar how to go with this. Are they gone away, the old ones, or is there a transfer process? Do you know?
The transfer process sort of already has started as the original the original wallets basically are going to move into an EXO core wallet. And what you'll find here also on the EXO Economy page is you can first of all download your EXO's core wallet, which is an installation of a software available on GitHub that you can download there. Then basically this is also explained how you can download the core wallet. And then it's obviously involved in the community, but there's also material available that helps you transfer your tokens from the previous types of wallets. And I had one of those. Also looking at the FAQs. Now, the Electrum wallet was one thing that I already had myself, but it's basically transferring the EXOS from this Electrum wallet to your new core wallet. And the core wallet will be the main means of the main wallet that this community will use. It's a bit of sort of transfer work that needs to be done. I did it myself with my original Electrum wallet as well, but that is something which in the end was quite easy, nevertheless.
Actually, I think it was really easy, but it was a nuisance for some time. Is that they were coming up with a new software update every week, but that has stopped. I think the last software update was about 2 months ago or something like that. Since then, it's really running stable, I have to say.
Yeah, so, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So next part, does that answer your question? I mean, Edmund, if you need some support, basically, we can have a one-on-one maybe for some time, because I went through that process myself. And well, as Michael said, it was a bit difficult with the original versions, but the actual EXO Core Wallet version 1.021 that is quite stable. And I've now been running it for quite some time, and it works very well from my point of view.
Thanks, Oliver. I might take your offer.
Okay.
I remember I tried in 2020 something, but it didn't really work. So.
Okay, good. Well, the Electrum wallet also was a first step from my perspective. The core wallet does offer more opportunities, and I'm now going to move into how to deal with this EXO core wallet from that homepage. So looking at this part, basically, you can here on the homepage of EXO Economy click Get Your Wallet. If you have an existing wallet, then obviously you can take this choice, and then you can convert from the Electrum wallet to the new EXO core wallet. That is also explained with a video here. And you can also join the Discord community and ask for help that you might need. And then basically the step after you have created the core wallet, then it's about transferring your tokens. And that basically is explained in an 8-step process down here. So still happy to help you, Edmund, on this one.
Thanks.
That would explain you. I don't know whether there's QT wallets available as well, or whether you use them. I have not used one of them, so I would not be able to answer all the questions about the QT wallet, but the Electrum one works quite well. So if you are sort of new to the economy, then you would go to the GitHub. And if you take this one, then it's the version 1.0.21. There's obviously a Windows and a Mac version available, and there's also some videos available from Kevin Allen on how to install this piece on a Mac, because you need to sort of do certain security settings to be able to install it on a Mac. But I succeeded in doing it. I have not done it honestly on Windows. Not sure whether you, Michael, or you, Dietmar, are using Windows.
Yeah, but it was quite easy to do it. Okay. Just click through.
Actually, I think it's more complicated on the Apple than on the Windows, because the things are actually written for. But yeah.
For Windows, yeah. So not sure, Edmund, on what device you want to introduce and install it, whether it's a Windows laptop or PC or a Mac.
A Windows.
A Windows, okay. Yeah, then potentially, if I don't know any further, I would basically refer them to Dietmar because he has installed it on his PC. Good, and then basically after installing it, there is a number of steps that you would take. I'm just going to check whether I can show now my EXO core wallet. I just need to allow the screen sharing from a different laptop. Now I need to stop it first. And I'm going to share this one. And can you see this now? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to once log out for a moment, because when you do the starting, so you have everything installed, and you would basically go here and click download and unpack, and it would start to download and unpack the whole blockchain that has been created so far, because that is the quickest way to synchronize your EXO core wallet with the blockchain. Otherwise, you would sort of need to get an update or synchronization since the very first creation. So that is the easier way and the faster way to synchronize with your with the blockchain overall. After you've done that one, you basically click on Start, and I've created here a wallet for my company, ProQIT. If you enter the wallet password, go to unlock. I hope it will work. Then you enter basically this this dashboard. The homepage shows you the balance of your wallet that you selected, and it will say marketplace connection, community connection, and some learning about the EXO economy. You will find up here how many connections are currently available, and whether there's any notifications. And you will find sort of tools here checking for updates, and they will tell you whether there is an update available or not. Looking at this overview, you get here a dashboard regarding what is the current network height, what is the wallet height on the blockchain, how many connections you have, what is the network that you connected with, and that is normally EXO's main, the synchronization status of the chain, and when my wallet ProQIT was created, which is the 10th of May 2021. If you look into the details, then it will give you some further information about what are the outbound nodes that you are connected with, including their IP addresses. There's an inbound node possibility as well. Currently there are 0 inbound nodes for my PC. I'm still a bit struggling with the TCP port accessibility because I'm using also a firewall system. I did several settings, so outbound works, inbound does not yet, but that may be something which is merely a configuration issue. Then you can also take certain nodes and ban those nodes from connecting. I have not done this. Those banned nodes would be noted down here. There's details then around network height, the consensus height, block store height, wallet height, and the uptime of your current login, and what external address you display to other users in the network. And whenever you do a transaction, there's a relay fee of 1/10,000th of an EXOS. And here you find the protocol version and the wallet creation date. So going back to the menu, this is the home screen, and you will find also some information about your wallet itself, which is this either icon, or you can have a more a display of a menu which is more speaking for itself, dashboard wallet. In this case, you will find the balance of your wallet. You can send and receive those EXOS. There is a count of transaction addresses and of transactions. There's one transaction currently in this wallet. If you want to send an amount, then basically you can talk about the amount. Take a destination address. So that is pretty much a very long, lengthy and cryptic address that you normally use and receive from another participant on the EXOS network. And yes, there is a transaction fee. And then
Shall we just try very quickly? Just send me your address and I'll send you an EXO. We'll see how quickly.
Yeah, very good. I'm going to receive one. And basically, this is the address that I'll copy, and I'm going to put it in the chat.
Actually, just put it in the email because I have 2 different computers.
Okay.
If that somehow works.
I put it in the chat first. And because I can get my email address better from my copy, and then I'm going to just moving here to my other computer. I'm going to send you an email. Just put it plain in the text, and you should have the email in a second.
And then I'll just yeah, I have it. So let me take it out.
Yep.
And put it in and send it off. So I send it right now. Okay. So let's see how quickly it comes, because it normally goes relatively quickly. It shows up. So go into your wallet. Here, one unconfirmed. Here we go. It's already there.
Yeah. So basically, the unconfirmed just means when there's transactions happening, either a send or a receive transaction, this transaction just needs to be confirmed through a number of nodes in the blockchain, and then basically it gets sort of the approval stamp and it moves into your wallet. Here also it's received, but the confirmation is yet outstanding.
When you click on it, it shows you how many confirmations it has. So just click on the receive down there, further down, on where it says unconfirmed. Just click on it, and it shows you it's still. I think it needs 3 confirmations or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you take the original 200, then basically I got like 128,000 confirmations on this one. So this is a very high number. On this one, that is still sort of something that needs to happen. But as soon as there's a number of confirmations available, that overall thing is going to be showing as confirmed. And then it will show a balance of 201 EXOs. The next part that you can do is contribute to the quality of the blockchain by basically staking the amount of EXOs that you have on your wallet. For this one, for the staking part, you would say, okay, I put my 200 EXOs in my case to stake on the blockchain, and there is something. No, that's been confirmed. You see that on the wallet. It's 2 transactions and then 2 addresses for receiving were used. If you're now going to stake it, then basically you enter your password again. And click to unlock. Then it's going to start staking. So it's telling the blockchain, hey, there's like 200 EXOs for being staked, and it takes the ratio between those EXOs being staked versus the network weight, and that basically gives an estimated or expected reward time. The higher the amount of EXOs that are staked, the faster it works to get the staking reward. And the staking reward would be 1 EXO that is given back in return. Takes a little while. It's working through Wi-Fi in my case. So now you can see the weight is 200 EXOs. It's not including the 1 EXO yet. The network weight is like 3.8 million. And the expected reward time in my case would be more than 14 days. So that is basically.
True. So I have a little bit more EXOs than you.
Yeah.
And it's 5 hours.
Yeah.
In my
and
wallet.
I guess, Michael, you had also the experience that it takes less than like 2 hours in some cases.
I get about 1 hour roughly.
Yeah.
Oh, you're an EXO millionaire.
No, not quite that much, but I have quite a bit, yeah.
And what does it mean to stake it?
You get another one. You get an extra one.
What is the advantage for the network?
You have more.
No, for the network, basically, it's a sort of reconfirmation of the EXOs being on the wallets and being in the blockchain. And I can't explain it exactly, but it's about the quality of the blockchain. It's sort of confirming that the EXOs are sort of in circulation, if you will.
Okay.
Well,
Good.
you're also doing a job, basically. You're confirming. So whatever was mentioned as confirmations, that's a job of the network, right? And you're participating in this work, and then you get basically a reward for that.
Yeah. So you could also see it like your own computer is part of a big data center, and you get sort of a certain reward for becoming or providing you resources to that blockchain. So it's a completely decentralized data center. There's no big mainframes located anywhere. It's a network of computers that are run by OpenExO community members. What you can see also is that down below here, the creation time of the wallet, and that sort of a maximum of 1,000 transactions is shown in the history. And of course, you can go to tools and resync. I once did it. You can, on one hand, get an extended public key. That is, you can generate all used and future addresses for your wallet. So if you send or receive, you need an address. That is this number of about the 2 UTXOs, utilized EXO transaction addresses. And if you do this, use this extended public key, you can generate also future ones if yours are used. You can also resync. I once did it, but it would take very long to resync the whole chain. So it's much better to do the download and unpack in the first place. Good. That's about the wallet itself. The settings.
One question, Oliver, about the wallet. How much of store does it take on your computer?
I can tell you in a minute, just a moment. The EXOS core. I think it's like something below 200 megabyte.
Okay.
It's really small.
Okay. Not some gigabytes. Okay.
No. Just would need
okay.
to check this one. I can provide you the information later on, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot. Let's see whether we can find it here. Going to quickly get it here. EXOS core. The EXOS core app itself and on my computer has like 352 megabyte, 0.3 gigabyte, if you will. Good. Then the settings part. You can, of course, tailor the settings to your local language and country, and whether you want to start EXOS core when you log in or not. Then if you are a developer, you can use APIs to the EXOS core wallet, and you can also sort of link your EXOS wallet for receiving EXOS token for your services. And then basically this is a wallet mode. What is multi-address or single address mode? I just used the regular settings, default settings, so that is multi-address mode. Then what Michael asked beforehand is what's going to happen in the future, and what is prepared is that you can swap from the internal EXOS, which are shown in the wallet. You could even swap them into EXOS that can in the future be traded on the Ethereum blockchain, and that would be sort of also transferable token into some fiat, so some true currencies, if you will. And I have not done this myself yet, and I believe, Michael, that this transfer is still in preparation. It's not possible yet.
Yeah, this does not work yet. I tried this out too, but you know, talking to the people from EXO Economy, they believe it will happen sometime in September, probably more likely October.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it will be what they call an ERC20 token. So it already says here an ERC20 token. So it's a Uniswap Ethereum token. And so that would allow us then to trade the EXOS in the over the Uniswap platform.
Mm-hmm. So
what is the current value of an EXO in terms of dollars or euros?
Well, there's always a value when you, I mean, what is it? The value is always equal to what somebody is willing to pay for it, right? So we don't know. They believe in the EXO Economy. It should be in the order of 75 cents. You can still buy right now. I'm not sure if you really can still buy them, but you were able to buy EXOS for 25 cents in the initial batch. So when you were one of the early investors in what they call the liquidity pool, right? Then you were able to get them for 25 cents.
Okay.
But
I think this initial batch is gone now. So
yeah, that's true. So if you want to buy EXOS, then you can do so. I'm just going to show two further things here. What has changed since I've started staking is this star shows up, and then basically it says, okay, you are staking currently, and that will sort of display until you either stop staking or you basically log out. If you log out here, then it says, are you sure you want to log off? You're currently staking. This will stop the staking process. Whenever that happens, then basically you would start staking anew. In this case, I would need to stop the stake process, log out, and then basically if you leave the EXOS core wallet because you want to shut down the computer, then it always makes sense, to my experience, to wait until the shutdown shows to you exit now. I've done it sort of shutting down the computer before that exit now showed, and somehow screwed up my firewall settings and whatever. So this didn't work anymore properly, and I had to reinstall. It's just sort of my learning from the observation. Okay, I would just switch back to sharing the other screen that I have, and would move into looking at Safari. Yeah, if you look here at this EXO Economy part, there is also a possibility shown here where you can really buy EXOS. Just need to see where it was. Tools, FAQs. Sorry that I don't find it right now. Let's go to the FAQs. Token swaps, where I can find EXOS core to download it. Buy. How do I get or earn tokens? How can I acquire EXOS? And buy them on EXOS, OpenExO.com. So if we do that, then look at the that's the EXOS token portal. You can register again, and then basically EXOS tools, get EXOS. And then here, new users, current users, you would need to log in, and then you basically are able to buy such EXO tokens. Have you done it already, Michael?
No.
Okay. But that would be the way to get to tokens here. Looking again at the starting of a wallet, what I did not show right now on my other computer was whenever you start this thing the first time, when you start the computer and then start the EXOS core wallet, it's first of uploading EXOS modules, and that is going to lead you into some stage where all the different features are activated, and then you find the login screen, and the rest I pretty much showed you already in the live presentation on my computer. Yeah. From my point of view, that would be it for the introduction on the EXOS core wallet and the EXOS token. More practical part, less on theory. There's obviously more theory behind it that you can find in the PDF that was created by Kent Langley, Salim, and Michael Monit. But yeah, that's sort of the presentation for today.
Maybe for all participants who have not a wallet yet, if you install a wallet, Edmund, for example, then you get our 100 EXOS for your first step in the EXO economy.
Exactly, that was the promise, or sort of the reward for being registering among the first 20 participants on this meeting. So if you create your EXOS core wallet, Edmund, then Dietmar will be able to transfer 100 EXOS to you.
Pretty cool stuff. So you basically listen here and you get $60 or $75 worth of EXOS. That's incredible. Can we do that 24 hours a day, and then we are?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay.
All right. Is there any further questions or remarks, additions from your side?
Not yet, no.
Okay, good. Then thank you for your participation. I would now stop the recording. Well, first of all, the screen sharing. I would do a quick screenshot and then basically sort of a group selfie. Thank you very much for your participation, and looking forward to seeing you in a minute, basically. I just need to stop the